Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to talk getting started with the Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today it's going to be a big wall of text because we're talking about the White Council. Now, this is a faction within the game, and it's a little bit interesting in how it's all built up, but it also has a legendary legion called the Vanquishers of the Necromancer, which you can build for the faction as well. Now, what we're going to talk about today is this particular legendary legion for the most part, but also look at a bunch of the characters available to the faction. Now, there is a ton of rules you get for playing in this legendary legion, and we're going to go through all of them, but you also do get Fearless as a generic thing, and you've got the White Council, which gives you all of this as well. Now, first of all, we've got Go Back to the Void from whence you came. Once per game, if Galadriel has at least once per one will point remaining, she can choose to exert her full power instead of casting a magical power, and if she does so, she immediately casts a channeled version of Banishment, which cannot be resisted. Models can use Fate to ignore the wounds as per normal. However, immediately after casting Banishment, Galadriel is laying prone and reduced to 0 will. Additionally, she can no longer use or benefit from her Lady of the Lotharen or War Aspect special rules. So this essentially is to represent in the vanquishing of the Necromancer her sort of one big spellcasting at the end to banish him. We've then got the Are You in Need of Assistance, where any member of the White Council in this army list add +1 to their dice when attempting to resist a magical power, so long as another member of the White Council is within 6 inch. Lady of the Golden Wood, again, focuses on Galadriel. She can target an enemy model with a banishment as if they were a spirit, which is pretty cool, and friendly models within 3 inch for her gain the resistant to magic special rule. Lord of Imladis is Elrond, where he can declare heroic strikes every fight phase without expending his might, and he also counts as a 3 inch banner for any other members of the White Council around him. Masters of Magic mean friendly models can still attempt to cast magical powers even while they're in combat. Metal not in the affair of wizards means the attack characteristic of any wizards in this legendary legion is always equal to their remaining wounds. Then we have a rule for Radagast, which is Protector of the Greenwood, where he can effectively heal all his friends, potentially healing them completely if he rolls a 6 on the d6 to do it, which is really cool. And he also gives a nice 6 inch bubble of moving through difficult terrain without penalty. The Grey Wanderer gives Gandalf Fearless himself, and furthermore, enemy friendly models within 3 inch of him cannot have their courage reduced by magical powers. And last, we have Saruman, Wisest of the Astari, where Saruman can attempt to cast 2 magical powers in each turn rather than 1, but cannot attempt to cast the same power more than once or target the same model more than once. Additionally, whenever friendly models are within 3 inch of Saruman and attempt to cast a magical power, they can reroll one of the d6 on the casting attempt. This gives us a wide variety of different rules, and there is a lot of rules to take in, but generally, the thing to remember here is it is the 3 wizards, Galadriel and Elrond, that get the additional rules in this, so they're definitely the models you're looking to add to your party to begin with. And so, where to begin? But Saruman the White and Galadriel the Lady of Light. For me, these are the 2 most powerful and the 2 sort of leading figures within the White Council that you're wanting to bring to the table. Saruman in particular is really great. His Voice of Kuranir rule allows you to use Stand Fast on other heroes, but also have a range of 12 inch, meaning you can actually spread out your force, which really will be super low in model numbers. On top of that, he's got his Staff of Power, which is all normal, and then he's got a ton of different magical powers, from Aura of Command, Immobilize, Sorcerer's Blast, and Terrifying Aura, giving him some nice utility, support, and offensive spells as well. Now, to go along with him, you want Galadriel, the Lady of Light, and she's actually, if you pick up this particular kit, will give you Celeborn in there as well, who's another member of the White Council, though for me, not one of the ones you're going to want to begin with, but if you pick up this kit, you will have him. Now, Galadriel herself, she's got Banishment, Fortify Spirit, and Instill Fear. She is generally a little bit more offensive in how you work. She's got, obviously, the Lady of the Lotharen ability that we've already talked about. Woodland creature as well, because she is still a wood elf. She has terror that she causes, and she's got her War Aspect ability as well. Now, the War Aspect ability is really fun. What this one's going to do is all enemy models within 6 inch of her, she'll suffer a -1 penalty to the courage. Furthermore, she never counts as being unarmed, which is really nice. A nice fight value of 6 there as well goes really nice with that. Nenya is her ring, where she can reroll all her fate point usage, and then the Light of Erendil as well, shooting attacks directed against her, or any model within 6 inches of her, only hit on the roll of a 6. If we start looking at some of the other models, I think the other wizards are where I would go next. First of all, Gandalf the Grey. He's going to bring Blinding Light, Collapse Rocks, Command, Immobilize, Protection of the Valor, Sorcerous Blast, Strength and Will, and Terrifying Aura. One of the best sort of range of magical powers. I think he's really versatile in what he can bring to the table. He's got a Staff of Power, obviously, and Narnia, his ring, where he can reroll his fate rolls, along with Glamdring, which is an elven-made hand-and-a-half sword, where he can increase his strength by 1 when making strikes with it, so he actually can be pretty nice in combat, because he does have a wounds characteristic of 3, so while at full wounds, he'll have 3 attacks in this particular Legendary Legion. Now, the other one is Radagast the Brown. He brings in a lot of healing to your force with his cool ability, and it can potentially be good if you've got more points to play around with. Sticking Radagast there on the sleigh to give him some good movement to make sure he can protect and heal all your wizards and all your elves of the White Council when you start spreading out models across the table. We then have Elrond, the Master of Rivendell. This gives you a really solid combat piece. Elrond is a really great fighter. So he's got fight value 6, strength 4, defense 5, 3 attacks and 3 wounds. He's got Renew and Rapid Brunion as well, so a couple of magical powers there. But he's got Vilya, where he can reroll his fate points as well. He's got another one of the die. But his heroic actions, Resolve, Challenge, Strike, and Defense, he's definitely much more combat orientated. The last character, I think, is really when you want to go next. Start adding the combat characters. And obviously, you probably already picked Celeborn up at this point. So Glorfindel, Lord of the West. Fight value 7, strength 4, defense 5. He's armed with his sword, but he's got Expert Rider. He's got Horse Lord, Lord of the West as well. He's just such a fantastic combat character. He's going to bring so much to your force in that respect. And so here we go. We have 800 points. This is pretty much a larger standard size game points value, but this includes, your main sort of players in the Vanquishers of the Necromancer, Saruman, Elrond, Galadriel, Gandalf, and Radagast all in there, and Elrond's even got Hadhafang and heavy armor on him as well, which is, a nice little round, 800 points. This is definitely probably what I would go with starting with, getting all these models ready for your force. It's definitely a really fun army to play the White Council. I think there's a lot to it. If you've been playing with the White Council, let us know some of your favorite combinations with the spells and usage and characters working together. I'd love to hear from everyone who's played with the faction down in the comments below. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But also, if you'd like to, drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here, we have a Discord server for Cinderful Gaming where we chat all things wargaming and indeed just chat a bunch of good friends all chatting there. It's really lovely. There's a link to that in the video's description. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, the best ways to do that are linked in the video's description as well. We have our Patreon, YouTube members on there, which are great ways to help support the channel. But also, if you'd like to grab yourself some channel merch, we have Teespring and Ko-fi, both linked there as well. As a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out for helping support the channel. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Thee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Bloobs, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Nuffs, and Nicholas Kolomos. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lochloric, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, James South, and James Tillman. Thank you all for supporting the channel. It means the absolute world and allows us to keep doing what we're doing. A special thanks as well to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork to the channel, and indeed to everyone who helps come and film battle reports or helps run the Discord server. You're all amazing. Thank you all so much. Stay safe, everyone. Stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.